Hi, Andrea. It's Ashley. I wanted to send you a sample of what I was thinking about us doing for our presentation. As you'll see, I have the presentation up on a TV screen, and we'll present it. I'll just present it as if we were co-principals in this situation who were absent, as was indicated in Professor Lemaster's, I guess it was a PowerPoint that she indicated what she wanted us to do for the final. So this is just a quick, really brief, informal run through so you can see what I have in mind. I realize it's supposed to only be 5 minutes long, so I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. So, and also, just so you know, I will include the PowerPoint slides when I send them to you. This is called Public Relations, A Principal's Guide to Success. And what we're going to talk about today is what we can do to ensure that we're maintaining a positive public image. Now, before we can maintain a positive public image, we have a couple of terms to define. The first is internal public. Now, the internal public in our school is made up of all of those who are within the walls of the school throughout the day. That would be teachers and staff, students, volunteers, any tutors, any sort of specialty workers who work within the walls of the school. They make up our internal public. Now, our external public is often what people think about when we talk about public relations. The external public includes parents, local businesses, media, child protective services. It includes taxpayers, anyone outside of the walls of the school who has the ability to influence our education and our everyday schooling. They also have the ability to influence the students in classroom life, and so communicating with them is a very important part of administration, and knowing how to do it effectively is a very important part of leadership. Now, the purpose of public relations can be found from the National School Public Relations Association. This definition reads, education public relation is a planned and systematic management function to help improve the programs and services of an education organization. It relies on a comprehensive two-way communication process involving both internal and external publics, with a goal of stimulating a better understanding of the role, objectives, accomplishments, and needs of the organization, which in this case would be our school. Education public relations programs assist in interpreting public attitudes, identify and help shape policies and procedures in the public interest, and carry on involvement in information activities, which earn public understanding and support. So that's why public relations is so important. Without the public support, it would be very difficult for a school to function effectively. We have to remember that while students do spend a lot of time within the walls of the school, once the day is over, they go home. They go to play sports. They do things in the environment that can impact them and ultimately will impact the school as well. Once we understand the purpose of public relations, it makes it a lot easier to get started on a good plan. Now, the first thing to starting a public relations plan is to adhere to all district policies and to familiarize yourself with regulations. This is especially important in areas with a central office that is heavily involved in public relations. In Cicero West Elementary, we see that the central office plays a humongous role in dealing with complaints. And so that's something that as an administrator helps to guide how you communicate with the public. It helps you to know who you refer calls to, which is very important. Now, after interviewing Veronica Gonzalez, my co-principal, Andrea, recorded this. Veronica stated, be sure to assess the needs of your staff and get to know them before creating an action plan and activities. Each group has a different style and attitude, and the same tactics may not work year after year. So in addition to adhering to the district policies and guidelines, it's very important that we be flexible with the teacher population and the staff population that currently exists in our school. Once we understand their needs, then we can set clear expectations with how we expect to communicate with them on an internal level, how we expect them to communicate with other constituencies, and how often we expect communication to occur. This allows us to have a constant stream of communication and to have a well-developed PR plan that teachers can really feel a part of. Now, in addition to that, we have to communicate in a way that people understand. As we're involving our teachers in plan development, it's really important that we ask questions and also that we listen. We must communicate in a way that our target audience will not misunderstand our message. When possible, Moore tells us that when possible, we must use a wide variety of tactics, such as print, electronic, and digital communication tactics. While this is important for internal communication, it's become increasingly important for external communication. With the ever popular usage of social media, it's important that we consider what we say and that we reach out to those outside of our school walls. And now at this point in time, I would like to talk about a little bit of the external relations and external communication that's happening at your school specifically. Now you'll see I wrote down the Larry Dominic reading program, and I wanted to talk about just briefly how that was started. Just take a couple of minutes and say how what we're doing to maintain external communications and external relations, or I guess what you guys are doing. So that's about as far as we got on this. I think in the PowerPoint I'm going to send you, there's a couple more slides. They're not super detailed. Oy, this light is like super yucky. But so that's kind of what I was thinking. Let me know what you think. If you think we should not have me sit here and present, or maybe just click through it and you hear my voice and I don't need to be here, and I'm going to add some animation so that the bullet points kind of come up and they're not just on the screen, just to add another dynamic. But I'm interested to hear your feedback. And I'm hoping to get it all kind of squared away by the middle of this week so that we don't feel crunched for time and we can focus on other things. But like I said, I'm looking forward to talking to you later. Okay, bye.